Dungeon Etiquette 101. Roll it. Welcome back. It's about time I made this video. Some people out there don't know what the hell they're doing. So let's educate them a little bit. To make their life a little bit easier and make yours easier as well. Be polite and respectful. You are part of a group with a common goal to complete an in-game task. You, as part of said group, are under no contract or obligation to communicate at all. You don't have to say a single word. But if you do decide to open that cake gobbler for any reason other than being polite and respectful, then I recommend you keep your mouth shut and keep your fingers away from typing in chat. Nobody likes a smartass who just talks back and ruins the experience for everybody else. Not everybody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. If you are going to be social, however, at least have the common sense to know there are people on the other side of your monitor who also have lives or have bad days. Let's not take it out on each other in a video game, where I assume we join to forget our everyday problems and have some brain-dead fun, not cause more problems for somebody else. Just saying. Greet people. Seriously, what is the matter with people nowadays? Too good to say hello? Are we? You really should say hello when you get invited to a party or group, or even if you random queued it. Most people will appreciate the time you took to be nice, and thank your party members for the help and or possibly them teaching you something, while spending that time together doing content and completing those tasks. Saying hello isn't hard. It's a 5-letter word and only takes 2 seconds of your time. Most people, believe it or not, are nice, and will respond in kind. Neverwinter is a social game after all. Antisocial outcasts are not the norm, and even they would appreciate a hello and a goodbye, even if they're grumpy. The point is to be social. Make friends if possible, or if that doesn't happen, at least they will remember you next time you plus up for something, because you were nice to them. Also keep in mind not everybody speaks the same language as you, so they might not be purposely trying to ruin your experience in said dungeon. Try and talk to them. If they don't respond, just move on. Nothing you can do about it anyways, except maybe this. Random queues. Random is random. Tagging alone in a random queue means you will be teamed with absolutely anyone. People from all walks of life. Kids, grandpas, colorblinded, one-handed, veterans, noobs, etc. If the run is too slow for your taste or if it fails, then don't blame and rage against the players you ended up with. That was your choice to get in the queue without a pre-made team. Perfectly knowing you could get a bad party setup. Queuing random is solo. In the grand scheme of things, it's about making new friends. Or at the very least, if that's not what you are interested in, be silent and don't ruin it for others. Don't give up. Always try twice. Give at least another shot before the wipe. Not all dungeons, runs, trials, and random queues or attempts at content will end well on the first go. Sometimes trying a couple of times is a good thing. Will help you learn from your mistakes and get better with time. If you give up, then what's the point?
I see dead people.
Dead bodies. If it doesn't endanger you too much, always try to pick up a party mate who has fallen and is calling for help. Don't assume they have a scroll of life. Don't assume they must use one either. You're not the boss of someone else's pocket. In an optimal situation, the DPS should be the only one picking up dead bodies. The tanks and healers have a job to do that is way more important than the DPSer's job, so sacrificing some damage to save a friend or party member is something to be proud of. Teamwork. Stick with your party. Try to respect the roles of everyone in said party. And unless you know exactly what you were doing, don't wander too far ahead of the tank. Wait for the healer and the tank to lead the charge, because most of the time you will end up as a bloodstain on the ground if you try and tank as a DPSer, or you'll eventually run away like a little bitch. So try to adapt to your group and fulfill your role, and fight as a cohesive team, rather than as an individual. Don't aggro everything. Don't use the door-to-door method either. The door-to-door method, if you are a new player and simply don't know, is when the tank aggroes everything in sight and runs to the exit to the next phase of the dungeon, and then all the mobs gather and the group kills everything there all at once. Unless you are the tank and you know that your party will be able to handle it, then I would avoid that altogether. Take it slow and work your way through each phase with your friends, party, or group. Slower is safer, especially for newer players or weaker groups. Ask and inform. If you don't know the basic mechanics for a dungeon/boss, warn your party mates about that at the very beginning, so they can at least be aware and adapt or provide explanations to you so you can contribute and enjoy yourself. Nothing feels worse than providing no value to a group, so don't be afraid. We all start somewhere, and most people you'll find are very, very kind and helpful. Be a teacher. If you are one of those players who know dungeons and mechanics off by heart, then always offer to explain to whoever seems in need. But do not force your help and explanations unless someone actually asks for it. And if you do see someone struggling and not knowing what they are doing, you can ask them politely, "Hey,
what the fuck are you doing?"
No, just kidding. I mean, "Hey man, I see you doing this and that's actually a little bit wrong, so try and do this and see if it works better for you." Be nice. Be a teacher. Random chests throughout the dungeon. When you come across random chests in a dungeon, always leave one item in it, so everyone has a chance to open the chest for insignias. Neverwinter has this weird thing where if you take all the items in the chest, then the next person doesn't get his own separate loot, but opens up an empty chest. So leave one item so the rest can have some loot too. Don't ask me why it's that stupid and works that way. It just does. Scoreboard horror. If you're a DPS, the scoreboard is not the most important thing. Completing the dungeon successfully and smoothly and possibly getting some good loot at the end of it is way more of a priority. Personally, I remove scoreboards altogether since it encourages solo play much more than the team spirit, and in some cases it can actually cause drama and rage, so focus on completing your task at hand. The leaderboard can't save you from dying.
Just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
So stop looking at it every 2 seconds. Don't AFK. Do not join a random queue and AFK for 5-10 minutes at the beginning. That is so damn annoying. Nobody wants to carry you. They really don't. And you're just putting extra work to the members of your group. Yeah, we know how it works. You pretend to AFK, and all of a sudden when it's over, you run and claim your prize. You are not fooling anybody like that. The only time AFKing is excusable is if someone truly has a real life issue they need to attend to. Like, oh my god, my kid just shit himself, or almost swallowed my credit card, or my dildo is stuck in something. You know, serious stuff. But then again, you never know who's lying and who's not. But just try not to AFK, because you're going to piss everybody off. Don't rage. When the rest of the group vote kicks you, do not get upset and private message each group member with threats. Who do you think you are, Liam Neeson?
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
You most likely deserve to be kicked if you were. But there are those rare cases where groups just kick you for no reason. Trust me, I know because it's happened to me in the past. Abuse of vote kicks was a common theme, but raging about it either way doesn't help you in the slightest.
Oh, sure. Blame everyone but yourself. Oh, that is so you.
It can actually hurt you even if you are right. If they report one of your message, you can be suspended or permabanned in some cases, but try not to rage in general. It's not cool. Just be cool like me, right? You know, you could just be cool like me. How about that? Good. You're on the right track. Also, some other quick notes. If you're a DPSer, take some scrolls. If you have them and if you can afford them. Because your life is generally your responsibility. You're not required to have them, but if you do in very difficult dungeons, it could help. Don't be toxic towards members of a random group because they don't meet your definition of the ideal item level requirement or skill. Nobody likes a dick and an elitist. If you're an elitist, get the fuck out. Nobody cares. Also, avoid casting blame and finger pointing. If you make a mistake, admit it and move on. Just let it go. Let it go. That's all you have to do. And finally, don't forget to say hello, thank you, and goodbye. It's always nice to be polite. Even if nobody responds, at least you were being a good guy. And most of those people will remember you when you try to queue up in the future and won't look at you and say, that guy again. Trust me, I used to be that guy. I'm not that guy anymore, so yeah, shut the fuck up. So that's my dungeon etiquette guide. I hope you enjoyed it. And if I missed a few things, I'm only human. I probably have. Put them in the comments below. And who knows, I might put them up in another video in the future. But for now, that's all I got. And I'm working on so many projects. I need to get it done. All right. So Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.